second grade. How are you today? I hope you're having a great week. Today what we're going to do with Saxon Math Lesson 126 is we're going to take a look at coordinate grids or coordinate graphs. If you've ever played Battleship, then you're going to be a pro at this because you already know how to locate points on a coordinate graph. Coordinate graphs, let me swing this around to show you, look like this, all right? So this is what a coordinate graph looks like. Each of these points here on our graph have a special address, let's say. All right, so each of these points has a special address. And as you can see, different people or monsters or things live at these different points on our graph. Okay, just like your house address tells people where your house is located on the street, this is how you would find our monsters here in Monsterville. All right. If you look here at the corner, it's 0. 0 and 0 is the starting point, okay? So let's go over to 2, 4. And here in Monsterville, we see that is where Mr. Snake lives. Mr. Snake lives at 2, 4. So what that looks like as we write this down on our graph is it's going to look like this. 2, 4. And who lives at 2, 4? Mr. Snake. All right, let's find someone else in Monsterville. Let's see. How about this crazy alien right here? He lives on point 6. Now notice we didn't move up at all on our coordinate grid. He's just still there at 6. So he lives at 0, 6. Okay, we didn't move up at all, we just moved over 6. So we want to, the first number actually is what's going to tell us what number to go over. So I guess I should erase this, sorry to confuse you. And the second number tells us how many we need to move up on the graph. So that was a bad example, I apologize. But crazy UFO guy, he lives at 6, 0. We moved over 6, but we didn't move up at all. How about this crazy looking guy way up here? So if we start at our starting point, we're going to go over 3, and we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So over 3, up 6, and we get this crazy finger monster. Okay, so there's what our monsters look like in Monsterville. Okay, now let's take a look at your sheet that you have in your packet. Let's take a look at what sheet's in your packet for lesson worksheet 126. Now 126 looks like this, and this is called Happyville. Okay, and in Happyville, all of our different happy things live here in Happyville. First one they want us to find is this smiley face. So with this smiley face, we're going to start at our 0 point. We're going to move over 3 and up 1. So Mr. Smiley lives at 3, 1. Okay, well, let's see. Now over here, at 4, 3, we should have a triangle. Do you see a triangle anywhere on our sheet? I don't either. So that means we're going to have to draw it in. That's when these numbers are going to tell us where to draw our triangle. So here we're going to move over 4 and up 1, 2, 3. And on that spot, we're going to draw a triangle. Now let's go back down to our star. Here's our star. And our star is way up here at the top. So we're going to start at our starting point, go over 2, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4 is where the star is. Now how about the circle? There is no circle. So our circle lives at 1, 2. Start at our starting point, go over 1, up 2, and let's draw our circle. Mr. Heart, you're not going to move at all. He lives at 0, 2. And What lives at 2, 0? 1, 2. We don't move at all. We just have a square. So this is coordinate grids. We'll be doing some more practice with this. The final week of school, I have a couple that I'm going to send home with you just to practice and try with those. Okay, let's go over to our guided practice sheet. Now, in our guided practice sheet, the very first thing they want us to do is to use a ruler to draw an 8 centimeter line segment. I don't have a ruler handy, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you do that. And then at the next part, you're going to measure that line for me. And when you measure that, you should get 5 centimeters. Okay, number 1 says that there were 126 children in the gym. 87 children joined them. Now we want to know how many children are in the gym now. So we started with 126. That's important, so I'm going to box it in. And 87 children joined them, meaning they came along too. So this is a sum more problem. So we've got sum, 126, and then some more joined them. So we're going to add 6 plus 7. Well, I know 7 plus 7 is 14, so 14 take away 1 is 13. And 8 plus 2 I know is 10. 1 more makes 11. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So that means we have 213, we'll say children. I was going to say students, but we'll say children. Since they ask us how many children are in the gym now. We have 213 children in the gym now. What did our number sentence look like? 126 plus 87 equals 213. Okay, number 2, use the Venn diagram over here to answer some questions on the graph. It says, which letters on the graph have parallel line segments? Remember, parallel lines like this never ever meet, they never ever touch, they just run in the direction right next to each other, but they never ever meet or touch up. Perpendicular line segments form right angles. So you have a line that comes one way and a line that comes at another, and then they meet up here at this corner where Mr. Right Angle lives, and they just stand there and talk and hang out. They touch, they form a right angle. So the first thing they ask me on this is which letters on the graph have parallel line segments but not perpendicular line segments. So I'm going to look. They have parallel line segments, not perpendicular. So I'm only going to look here and see that M, N, and Z are the only ones in my parallel line box. M, N, and Z. Okay. Now, which letters have perpendicular line segments? Now, because it asked me which letters have perpendicular line segments, I'm going to start here. I know T and L do, but I also have to count these ones in the middle of my Venn diagram. So E, F, and H. So not only am I doing perpendicular line segments on this side of the Venn diagram, I've got to include the ones in the middle too. Now, which letters have both parallel and perpendicular line segments? This time, I'm only going to write the ones that are in the middle. They have both. So E, F, and H have both of them. All right, number 3 is like what we just did with our monster coordinate grid and the one prior to this in our packet. It says put a red dot at 3 and 0. So I'm going to go over 3, but I'm not going to move at all. I'm just going to stay there. I'm sorry, I don't have a red crayon handy. So 3, 0. And then the next one says put a blue dot at 2, 4. So I'm going to start at my starting point, 1, 2, and then I'm going to go all the way up to 4 and put another dot up there. Okay, great. All right, circle what the 5 will look like when you slide and flip it. This is what we did last Friday with the Cookie Man and the Fat Cat. So if we took the number 5 and we slid it over and then flipped it so we could see the back side. So we slid that 5 over and then we flipped it it's going to look like that. Okay, fill in the correct symbol. Are we adding, subtracting, or are we multiplying? Okay, first we have to figure out what is 5 plus 9. That's 14. And we want to get 14, remember, because we have this equal sign here. So we want what's called a balanced equation. So we want the same answer on this line as we do over here. We want our equation to be equal to each other, to be balanced. So 14 is equal to 14 is what we're basically saying. So we have 15 and 1. Are we going to add 1 to get 14? Are we going to subtract 1 to get 14? Or are we going to multiply by 1 to get 14? I hope you said subtract. Okay, same as over here. 2 is equal to 2. We want 2 on this side, balanced equation. We want the same answer on both sides of that equal sign. So again, are we going to add 2 to get the answer 2? Or are we going to subtract 4 minus 2 to get 2? Or are we going to multiply 4 times 2 to get 2? Whew, I hope you said subtract again. And then the last one, let's take a look. 2 times 10 equals 20. And then on this side, of course, we want a balanced equation again. We want 20 as our answer over here. 20 to equal 20. Are we going to add 4 plus 5 to get 20? Are we going to subtract 4 minus 5, which we can't even do? That would be a negative number because we always have to start with our bigger number to subtract. So we know that one right away. Or are we going to take 4 times 5 to get 20? You're right. We're going to have to multiply 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, down below, 470 minus 142. Okay, I'm subtracting. I have 0. I've got nothing. And my neighbor here wants to take 2 from me. Do I have anything to give them? No, I do not. So I've got to come over here and regroup or borrow and take 1 from him. That's going to give me, he's going to give me 10 for that, plus the 2 I already had, which gives me 12 now. So now I'm subtracting 12 minus 2, which equals 12 minus 2. Did I write this right? 470 minus 142. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, can you tell that I've done too much math today? I am so sorry. I was looking at this and I knew this wasn't right. Well, see, it just goes to show you teachers make mistakes too. Only God is perfect. Okay, how many of you were thinking, Mrs. Rosano, that is not 2, that's 10. Oh, sorry. 10 minus 2 is 8, and 6 minus 4 is 2, and 4 minus 1 is 3. Whew, I promise I can do second grade math. Okay, over here, $5.63 plus $1.88. All right, this time we're adding. I think I can do it. 8 plus 3 is 11. See, even my dog's growling at me. She says, oh, come on. Everyone knows that was supposed to be 10. Okay, 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. See, yep. Okay, see, now I'm doubting myself. 15, and 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7, so I've got $7.51. All right, over here, I'm going to make tens. As soon as I see 8 plus 2, I know that equals 10, and 10 plus 7 is 17. That's math I can do. And then over here, I look and I say, oh, I know 4 plus 3 is 7, 7, 8, 9, 97. Same as over here. I can't make anything that makes a 10, but I know my doubles facts, and I know that 9 plus 9 is 18, and 18 plus 2 more is 20. And over here, I know that 5 plus 3 is 8, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So 4 plus 8 is 12. So I get 120. All right, I'd like you to do 126B, the homework side for me, and turn that in for me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.